Yeah, it means hush your mouth. Boom, 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 boom. All right, here we go.
Someone is a little impatient today.
Yeah, jeez Louise. Good morning. Welcome to AV. One thing running. Oh, I got a little. Can you plug the cord in?
That might work.
There we go. Oh.
More.
There it goes. Perfect.
Is that good now?
That's good. Are you good? Are you happy?
No, I'm not.
No.
Apparently.
My you know
well,
what?
Good morning to you.
Don't even look at me in a bad way.
Oof.
I won't
just
look
telling
at
the
you.
world.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Telling the world. Right off the bat, we all know what happened with Robin Williams yesterday.
Yeah.
Really, really terrible.
Yes.
Who
Mental
would have
health
even
illness
expected?
is a horrific thing. It's not that you wouldn't expect it. It's just that you would have thought that he would have had the resources to keep it under control. Because I always knew that he was a manic depressive.
Mm-hmm.
But I would think, you're Robin Williams, you've got to have that medication under control. Like Magic Johnson, you'll never have AIDS. You know what I mean? You just would automatically think that he's got the best of the best of the best, and we've got medications to keep that at bay.
Would you not have thought, though, that family, his handler, somebody... I mean, there were warning signs.
Yeah, but if you're manic depressive, there's always
it's
signs.
just
You're
life in
just on
general.
another low.
Yeah.
So there's no gauge to say, oh, he's lower than low.
Right.
Because they internalize it too. It's just really sad.
It is really, really sad.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Sad enough for President Obama last night to offer comments, which were, really nice.
Mm-hmm.
The planet, America was stunned.
I was.
Okay.
One of our coworkers came and told me, and I said, "No, you're kidding."
My mother called me. I went to Snopes.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I just was. It's just a shame. It's a crying shame, and I feel so bad for the family because you love them, you know that they've got a problem, and you wish against all things that they can get that handled, because their life is so much more than whatever is going on in their head. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I don't think he had any idea how loved he was.
Oh, I'm sure he didn't. He felt, you hear, because I know some manic depressives, and they've told me when you're low, they can't even hear you. They can't, you can't even touch them with your words. And they feel absolutely isolated.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you could do until the medication hopefully just, gets you to a level of, okay, I can cope with stuff.
I don't know. The Sheriff's Department is going to hold a press conference today around noon. Mm-hmm.
All
we know is that it was asphyxiation, but that could be any one of a number of things.
Yeah, he could have been in a car. He could have hung himself. He could have put a bag on his head. I mean, it's...
Could have been pills. Could have been alcohol.
You don't die of asphyxiation from pills.
Really? You can't choke like on your own vomit?
No, Steve. You just don't.
Heroin? I don't know.
I thought in Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
I did too. Yeah,
But that's not
absolutely.
the cause of death. The cause of death was the OD. Anyway.
I had that yesterday, and then I had a friend of mine pass away yesterday.
Oh.
A guy by the name of Joe Viscoso. He is an old friend. I knew him for 30 years. We were in the film industry together. He was a pioneer when it came to pyrotechnics and explosions. He was Blade Runner. He was all the Terminators. He blew up the Death Star in the original Star Wars. Okay?
You can't say he didn't lead, as a man, you can't say he didn't lead an enjoyable life.
He left.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because, man,
He was
that's
every boy's dream to be able to grow up and blow things up.
That's the gig, boy.
For a living?
He built the miniature White House in Independence Day and then blew it up. And, you know, when you do mini pyro, I mean, it's got to be so perfect, which he won an Academy Award for.
Yeah, because if it's cheesy, you can so see it.
Oh, yeah.
And wasn't feeling well. Had not been feeling well, and was at home and was starting to get worse. And he said, "I got to go to the hospital." And he went to the hospital, and 3 days later, all his organs just shut down.
Wow.
What are they saying that was?
I don't know. I heard about this through another friend of mine, Paul Gentry, yesterday. I don't know. And his
I don't know
wife,
that
although she
name.
posted on Facebook, she hasn't, really gotten into that.
Diabetes will do that to you.
Yeah, just terrible, terrible stuff. His career goes back to 1979, 1980. Yeah,
Wife and children and all that?
Your wife and children and all that. By the way, Robin Williams' last tweet was a tweet wishing his daughter a happy birthday.
Oh, okay. Really?
Yeah, this is true. What?
I don't know. Why would you do that? Was it the last tweet a couple days ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple days ago.
Okay.
Yeah, here's your gift.
Right, Jeez.
Yeah, awful. So, Joe Viscoso, Robin Williams. As you get older, you start to see some of your friends.
Well, I didn't have to wait. I'm the only kid that I grew up with in the neighborhood that's still alive.
What?
Yeah. And I thought for sure I would have been the first to go, as nutty as I am, but I'm the only one of the... Well, but it was just all weird little things, but they're all gone. Every last kid I grew up with.
That's strange.
That's odd. At 8:30, we are going to have Wendy Bozigian from the Antelope Valley Fair.
On an upbeat note.
And on an upbeat note, and we're going to talk about everything that's going on at the fair, all the deals that you can get, and everything else. So if you want all the information, make sure you stay tuned.
This is the spot to be.
At 8:30.
Before you get on a very, very happy note, I missed the show yesterday, and I was really sad because of that latest tragedy of the 16-year-old boy.
I was wishing so bad that you were here.
Yeah, and it's really getting to the point of ridiculous to me. And you know what I likened it to today? And I know that you guys, it's going to be hard for you to get this, but I liken these kind of tragedies, these kind of bad apple cops to gun control. In the sense that we've got to do some, first of all, what we see happening in Wisconsin, is it?
I think it was.
Okay. What we see happening there is going to start happening everywhere.
Oh, no, that was Missouri.
Missouri.
Sorry, I misspoke.
Missouri.
That is going to start happening everywhere because we need to get control of this. It is out of control. The amount of... I did a little research yesterday, and a black person is killed by the hands of a police officer every 28 hours.
Okay.
That's not a big deal to you?
It is a big deal.
That's a huge deal.
It is
And
a
it
huge
looks
deal.
and it looks like it's increasing. And it's justice for them being served on the street, which is not their place. This is a 16-year-old boy, was unarmed, whatever it is the cop said that he was doing, his job was just to arrest him and take him to the station.
I was praying to hear that he brandished a gun on the cop. That's why I really wanted to hear it.
We wouldn't have heard about it if he did that.
But I mean, I was wanting to hear that because I didn't want it. I didn't want it to be as awful as what it looked like.
Yeah, and I kind of do too. It's like, okay, we got a lot of bad behind kids out there, whatever the color. We really do. And I don't have a problem with the police officers making sure that their lives are saved as opposed to this gangster guy that wants to kill him. No problem with that. But for them to get on this tangent about it's me or you, and I'm assuming you're something, and blowing you away, you're 16. He was going to start college yesterday.
Am I right that the officer that fired was sitting in the car?
Sitting in the car.
Yeah, well, you know, and I heard what you just said about, you know, that police kill a black man every 28 hours. Mm-hmm. How many people, period?
I don't know. I tried to look down. You know, I tried to see how many Caucasians. There were no stats on it. I need to go to the FBI website and see if they have a better count on it all.
DOJ.
Yeah. Because the minute I put that search in, there was a ton of information. But when I searched it for other races or ethnic groups, there wasn't any.
Reliable information, though?
Yeah.
No, I'm asking to ask.
I know. I answered. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just think that right now today, sheriffs, deputies, captains, everybody has got to start making their station an example on intolerance for this kind of crap. And you've got to stop with this whole, okay, well, you get to go home paid until we figure out what went on. That's a slap in that family's face. Do you realize that? Because they are the only people that are really innocent until proven guilty. And if it's us, your behind is in jail until you prove you're innocent.
Did you listen to the Republican Party grand opening video that we did?
No.
One of the he was running for controller, wasn't it? Wasn't it John Morris? Yeah. Assessor. Well, he said the first thing he's going to do is make sure, because the current assessor's in jail, so he's going to make sure the first thing that he does is no more you go home and you get paid.
Absolutely.
He's putting a stop to that thing immediately.
Absolutely.
Because he's in jail yet drawing his full fee. Yeah.
And it's not right, because if it was one of us, you go to jail, you're asked out. You're not getting paid.
Right.
I don't care who you work for.
Right. Now, John Morris is a criminal gang prosecutor. Mm-hmm. Was our DA up here. Mm-hmm. And he sees what's going on, and he doesn't like it.
Well, you know what? There's a lot of people that don't like it. They need to all get up now.
Well, he's trying to.
And do something about it.
You know what?
No, collectively, Jeff. Because, when you talk to people one-on-one, they'll say, yeah, I know, it's terrible. I've not talked to one person that said, well, they deserve it, or, well, they shouldn't wear their pants like that. No one justifies it when you talk to them one-on-one. So why don't you all get up and do something to change it?
Lord, no, I agree. I agree 100%.
You know what I mean?
I do.
Quentin asked me this morning, what did the guy do? Because he watches the news with me in the morning.
And you don't have an answer.
I can't even tell him. I can't tell him. And then I'm like, am I serving him an injustice by not telling him? Because is the ages going to start getting a little younger? How do I keep my little black boy safe? Someone needs to call in and tell me that. How do I keep mine safe?
Kind of along this line, but you remember 2 weeks ago the Stockton bank robbery. Okay? Mm-hmm. And the bad guys, they took this woman, Misty Singh, 41 years old, they took her hostage, okay? And she was in the car when that whole shootout happened. Mm-hmm. Yesterday it was released by the Stockton coroner. She was shot 10 times. Mm-hmm. All 10 rounds. Mm-hmm.
From the police. Yeah.
Okay?
Are we out of our monkey minds?
All 10 rounds. That, you know what, there's there aren't words.
Protect and serve. Take that shit off the side of the car, because you're not doing it. You're a gang.
Yeah, and these guys that were stuck in the car, they're not going anywhere, and they're fully surrounded. There's no excuse to shoot the hostage.
No.
Times. And, they haven't said so yet, but I'll venture to say it was a combination of 223, 9mm, 40 mil. There's no excuse for it. It was terrible.
How about all of those cops are on paid administrative leave?
Yeah, while the investigation.
If not, back on the street.
Yeah, and the police chief in Stockton hasn't talked too much on this, other than to say it was a split-second decision. It was a,
That was a split second. If she got 10 bullets, and we know how bad aim they are.
That was 20 minutes.
Exactly. In order for them to hit the target 10 times, that's like 300 bullets.
Some time had to go by. Yeah.
I know. There are no words. So it's terrible.
It is. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's awful. What about the guy in Long Beach yesterday? Actually, it was 2 days ago. Coming home from a party at 3 o'clock in the morning. He's drunk.
Okay.
Okay. Breaks into the wrong house.
Oops.
It's not his.
It wasn't breaking in necessarily. He
made a mistake.
Yeah,
you can't make a mistake nowadays.
Here's the thing.
Everybody got to have a gun.
As more information, he was shot and killed inside the home. Okay, he broke a window to get into the home. All right. So
he wasn't very quiet doing it.
No, friends and family say, he has no reason to do that. He was drunk. He had called his mom. Okay, and he was slurring his words and said he didn't even know where his house was.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Why did he get that drunk?
He was by himself.
No, but who was he with getting drunk? You're not getting that kind of drunk by yourself.
He had been at a party on East 3rd Street in Long Beach until 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning.
And he broke into the wrong house. And the owners had a gun and shot him because they were afraid for their life. I get it.
Yeah, they were.
And that's that wonderful, everybody needs to get a gun. Now, I know that could have went the other way. I totally get it. But in this situation, it went a bad way. Just like that young lady that bangs on the neighbor's house after she gets into a car accident and he blows her away.
Well, that's not even the same. That guy was just a nut, a jerk.
Yeah,
he had no business having a gun. You don't shoot somebody on your front porch.
I'm just saying,
there are people out there, believe it or not, myself being one, that is a responsible owner of a gun.
Yeah, so we need to figure out how to qualify that. Instead of just saying, oh, you're 18 legal resident, here you go. We need to stop handing them out like Skittles.
California doesn't hand them out like Skittles. Okay, California doesn't.
Well,
other states, you go to other states.
This is Long Beach, right? He got a Skittle.
The gun was...
I've got family members that have guns.
Okay.
They don't have concealed weapon permits,
right,
but they have guns.
Right.
So they're out there, and people are getting them.
About 40% of America has guns.
Well, no, you were saying California, so I'm saying it's not that hard.
They are.
Yeah, people get them.
They are. This is a tragic shooting.
Yeah.
But, when you think about it, okay, somebody breaks a window.
Yeah.
You're asleep, okay? It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and then you hear them in your house, okay?
I'd find cover and find out what was going on and give him a chance to get the hell out of there.
I guess you're scared to death and you're going to do whatever, you know what I mean? And if he's slurring and belligerent, don't let him be a belligerent drunk. What you mean? Who's you in my house? You know what I mean? Yeah. You never know what this guy was giving back.
Yeah, I know. Terrible. And
I
agree that...
I would give them every opportunity to get the hell out of there. And I'd make sure they knew there was a gun and they had every reason to get out of there. But I'm well trained.
Yeah, but everybody's not like you.
Well, they should be.
Exactly. They totally started with the police. They should be well trained.
Yeah, everybody is not well trained, and they don't have, concrete for blood, and I mean, people react in different ways. Okay,
And cops need to learn how to shoot straight and shoot to disable, especially if you're shooting the ones without the guns. I mean, it used to be that you only shot at people that had a gun. The guy, I thought it was a gun, it was a cell phone, at least something. They used to be like that. Now they're just blowing you away.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in Missouri, and a lot of information hasn't come out of there.
Oh, because that's what happens.
I know.
When it's a citizen that commits a crime on a cop, we know what happened instantly.
Well, that's the only information that came out, was that the other guy, not the 16-year-old boy that was shot and killed, but the other guy had pushed one of the officers. Okay, that's the only information that's come out.
But my point is, when it's the other way around, the information comes out right away. When it's something that the cops could have done wrong, we still gathering information. Isn't that odd to you?
Yeah, just like in Stockton. We haven't heard word one from any officer that pulled the trigger that shot this woman as to why they would do that.
They were like, I've been waiting all my life to be able to get in a race like this.
But I've never seen, in my whole lifetime, I can't recall
something that bad.
A hostage being shot to death 10 times by police officers. In my whole life.
It's a new state of affairs, babe.
Okay. Well, this is...
Now you're really scared. If you're in a hostage situation, now you're really
got both sides gunning for you.
It's like, yo, you holding me? Well, we gotta protect us.
It used to be, thank God the police are here.
Yeah.
Now it's, please don't come.
Oh my God. What do you want? I got some money in the account. Please don't involve them. They're gonna shoot me too.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's
disgusting. And it was a bank, right? Wasn't it a bank?
They had robbed a bank. Yeah.
Don't leave the bank.
It was the last. The bank was due to close that day. It would have been their last.
Was she a teller or a customer? Oh, she was a customer. Her daughter was in the...
Her daughter saw her drive down the bank.
Her daughter is scarred for life.
It's terrible. It's...
Something to be said for direct deposit and online bills.
Hello.
Hello.
Terrible.
I don't go in there.
Scarred for life. Talk about scarred for life. Yesterday in Portugal, okay, 2 people were visiting from Poland. Okay. They wanted to take a selfie. They were with their kids, ages 5 and 6. And they were all on the cliff.
Stop.
The cliff is called Cabo de Roca.
Oh.
And the kids were standing over there, and the parents are taking a selfie of themselves on the edge of the cliff. And both parents took one step backwards too much.
Both of them, Steve?
Both of them.
Both of them, Steve?
Both mom and dad.
Yeah, get back just a little more. Can't wait.
It's a selfie! How far back do you have to get for a selfie? Oh. It's your hand that gets back.
Yeah, I know we can get
terrible.
I know we can get wide-angle lenses for your.
There's so many places to go with this. If you're in another country with your 8 and 5-year-old, and you take a dive off the cliff.
Yeah.
You heard my favorite story from another country, didn't you?
No.
Angie?
No.
I talked to Steve about it. There's a woman in Brazil.
Stop.
What?
I just can't. That's just another level of stupidity.
There's a woman in Brazil, Angie. And
wait, can they resurrect them and put them in jail for child endangerment?
Ooh, let's do that.
Stupid.
They didn't mean to do it.
Oh, Cindy, we went to the Grand
Canyon.
So
what? People get their kids taken all the time. They didn't mean to do it.
We went to the Grand Canyon, and Cindy was... I know what my mother felt like now. She'd take the kids. Okay, let's get a picture right here. No, it's too close. Come in here. Come back. I got this panic rush through me. Who the heck is that? It's driving me nuts. But this story in Brazil, this woman, happily married, she's been married for several years, and she has an 8-year-old daughter, and just life is really just kind of beautiful. It's just clicking along in its groove, right? Mm-hmm. Well, they have a TV show down there where they'll find your birth parents.
Oh, nice.
Down. Yeah, and they hunt them down. They reunite people with their birth parents. Well, they reunited this woman and her mom. Funny thing was, Mom's name is the same as her married name.
She married her brother.
No, Steve.
And she just wept. She got the news and just wept. Talk about your whole world going down into the toilet.
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wasn't even half brother.
Both the same parents?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm sick. How long
Talk
have they
about
been
your
married?
whole
They
world.
consummated it and everything?
8-year-old kid.
Oh.
Talk about your whole world, just everything. The rug being pulled out from
Well,
underneath.
then that's an old wives' tale that your kid's going to come out retarded if you marry your sister.
Well, it has to be generations before the web toes and stuff. It does.
Wow.
Although you
So
can
what
see,
happens?
you can see
Do they
classical
stay
signs.
married?
I don't know. No, that's
You gotta go figure it out.
I'll get a follow up on it. But you can see the different traits from inbreeding in people, and you don't have to look any
gotta watch
further.
them.
It's true. You don't have to look any further than the British royal family,
Yeah.
because you can see it, and it's a well known thing that they all married within the family.
Mm-hmm.
So all the traits are there, and all of them.
That is so sad.
Which British royal family win?
The whole
Correct?
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all stay.
They always
yeah,
did.
because they don't want to share the
Cousin
wealth.
after cousin after cousin,
Yeah.
you know.
You don't share the wealth. You don't
They
split
check
the money
it.
up.
But
If you're a
cousins,
cousin,
okay.
if you're a cousin 4 or 5 removed, then you can marry. Yeah.
Oh.
Come on, where you been?
Yeah, but that doesn't. You're not going to get deliverance.
You're
from
still
that.
you're still
Right.
Right?
Right.
you're still keeping a lot of the same
Some
genes in there,
nastiness.
though.
Yeah.
You're keeping a lot of bad genes
Yeah.
floating around.
That is a sad story.
And that's
That's
broke-
cutting
I
the wind.
I laughed a little bit, and then it broke my heart a little bit, and I was just vacillating
Talk
back
about
and forth.
therapy.
Yeah.
How do you? You're my brother, dude. Get off of me.
It won't be another kid.
No.
Ugh.
Sometimes the truth is better left
Mm-hmm.
unsaid.
Yep.
That's the poster child for it right there.
You weren't here yesterday, so you didn't get a chance to talk about NASCAR driver Tony Stewart.
Yeah, what's up with that? Why did they get out of the car and run on the track like that?
Well, that wasn't him.
I hear that's
ran
kind of
on
a
the track.
common-
No, I'm saying
Common
why
thing.
did they do that?
I hear that's kind of common now.
That sounds a little silly.
Like I told Steve yesterday, I would be out of
Okay.
that car and like pushing my butt through the back wall.
Yeah,
trying to
I would
stay
be
out
like
of there.
sticking on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it. I'm gonna be pissed off at a car that's running.
Yeah, I'm gonna wave my finger at
250.
you.
What? He's already circled the track, and you're just getting out the car.
Okay. Have you seen the video?
Yeah,
You did, right?
I didn't see the impact, but they cut it right before the impact.
Oh no, you got
Okay,
the
well,
bad one.
But you saw the video where it showed that Tony Stewart and 20-year-old driver Kevin Ward were going around the track. Tony moved him up toward the top, okay, cut off his airspace, and he forced him into the wall, okay?
Cut off his airspace.
He didn't have anywhere to go but
Okay.
the wall.
Okay. Yeah.
He had no air. So the kid hits the wall. He's upset. All right?
Okay.
Gets out of his car.
Right.
Now it's a yellow,
That's
yellow flag, caution, everyone slow down to 30, 35 miles an hour. Right?
Oh, is that what they do?
Okay, yeah. Okay.
It don't seem like they're
Warning.
going 30, 40 miles.
Yeah, they were going like 30, between 30 and 40. All right, so everybody slows down. He's mad, all right, because he didn't have to be thrown into the wall, but Tony did that because he's very competitive, all right. He's mad. He gets out of the car, and he's looking for Tony to come around the track because he wants to have words with him.
Can you do that after the race?
Yeah.
Okay?
That's that dame
It's
macho.
right.
I'm a big old man. I'm gonna beat your A right now. I don't care about this race. You got to do it over.
It's at night. There's other cars on the
Yeah,
track.
you
There's a
got
car in
one little
front of
white
Tony.
strip. That's it. Everything else on
He's
your
dressed
drive.
all in black.
Yeah.
Black helmet, the whole deal.
Yeah.
Idiot.
You don't know whether Tony was even looking in his direction, okay?
Yeah.
Because there's another car in front of him,
Yeah.
okay? and that other car moves a little bit, and then there's Tony, and there is the 20-year-old Kevin Ward.
Wait. Let me just make sure that I'm clear. So Tony scoots Kevin, takes away his airspace. Tony has an opportunity to go all the way around and still come back and hit him?
Yes.
Oh.
And they're short tracks.
Oh.
These are not like big tracks. Little, you go around it in a couple seconds.
Okay.
Okay?
And
All the cars are still on the track.
And that's a mistake, though, huh?
No, that's how it works.
No, but that's a mistake that Tony ended up being the one to hit him?
I think he gunned it to freak him out. Personally.
Okay.
I think he gunned it, and it fishtailed a little more than he expected, and
I've watched the video, I bet 25 times now. Maybe more.
Because it's just a little,
And each
not
time...
for Tony to be the one that did it and still be able to have enough time to come around and hit you?
Each time I watch it, I can have one conclusion or the other conclusion. Okay?
Really, it has to be that loud. It has to be that loud. It has to. It has to.
hey, Wendy.
Hey.
Hey, Wendy.
Hey.
Good morning. Wendy's like, what's in stereo?
How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good. I'm here.
I'm so excited.
Okay.
I can't wait. Wendy, can you turn the temperature down a bit, though, please?
Yeah, I know. I'm hoping if it's just like this, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it'd be nice if it was nice and cool. But the Ferris wheel's almost up, so.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm going to come out, Jeff and I are going to come out tomorrow and see what's going on. But
Yeah.
Okay, so the fair starts on the 15th and it runs through the 24th,
Right.
right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You've got a lot of great concerts coming up. But I want to talk about some of the things. People want to know, when can they come? When can they get deals? How can they save money? I know you've got some special things that are coming up, like you can go to the figure eight races as long as you buy an admission ticket, right?
Nice.
Okay.
And right now, the admission tickets you want to get at the supermarkets, at all the AV Vons, Albertsons, or Vallarta supermarkets, they're selling the $6 ticket, which will become $10 on Friday. And then the $20 wristband, which will become $35 on Friday.
Wow.
Do you have a lot of signs around that figure eight track to stay off the track?
No Tony Stewart.
Yeah, yeah. For now, yeah. I saw that. That's bad.
But then you've got other things. You've got on Saturday the 16th, I think you've got a donate one new book or 3 used book, and you get free admission.
Wow.
Yeah, it's only between 2 and 4 though, from 2 to 4 o'clock, and that's exactly it. One new book and an elementary level school book.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice. And then Sunday is the canned food drive for Grace Resource. Same thing. It's
beautiful.
between 2 and 4 p.m. and you bring 5 cans of food. And I had so many cans of food last year.
I bet you did. That's a great drive. That's a great idea.
Yeah, so we do that both. The Saturdays are the book drives, Sundays are the canned food drive. Again, first 2 hours of the fair. Then Monday is Kids Day, so that's admission is free, 12 and up for Kids Day. 12 and under for Kids Day.
Well, we like the 12 and up.
12 and under. And let's see, Thursday, like you say, figure eight is free with paid admission. So is Rural Olympics on Saturday.
That's always so much fun.
Rural Olympics is fireworks.
What kind of Olympics?
The Rural Olympics. You haven't been there for that?
I have no
they
idea
have
what that
hay
is.
stealing and tractor. They come in on tractors and 18-wheel trucks and race each other. It's really a pretty great event. Hay loading, hay stealing, it's all, work that farmers have done, but this is in competition that compete against each other.
So, Wendy, the donate a book on Saturday and the food can on Sunday, is that for both weekends?
Yes.
Okay,
Saturdays is the book drive, Sundays is the canned food drive.
Okay, cool.
And remember, it's between 2 and 4. It's not all day long.
Right.
Right in the middle of the heat.
Yep.
Dead center, Wendy.
There's plenty of places.
I'll be there at 3:45. My book.
But then also on Thursday, the 21st, I think you've got Military Appreciation Day, right?
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, and that's going to be neat because at 7:30 before the figure eight race, we're going to recognize all branches of the military.
Nice.
We play their theme song and
Yay.
they stand to be recognized. And
Angels away.
they have their own entrance to the fair on a red carpet. They come in. So it's retired, active, military, and their dependents.
Yeah, that's a cool thing. And their dependents.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have their ID. Just bring your ID and then just show the ID and they come in. But it's a really nice night. But the event at the event at Figure 8 is a really good one. So it's
Right.
fun to see everybody stand up. You know, people don't know each other, young and old. Stand up is like the one thing you have in common is whatever branch you served in. So it's kind of neat.
Yeah, that's very cool.
That's pretty cool.
And then for people that don't know, the monster truck's on the 22nd,
Yes.
which is always popular. Demolition Derby on the 24th.
Yeah, and for those two events, there's a different pricing structure this year. It's 10, 15, 20, or 25. So if you go online, it's different than it used to be. So check that out, and then you can pick your section where you want to sit. But those monster truck tickets go fast,
Yeah.
so you want to make sure you get that handled, and get the tickets. But honestly, the push for the pre-sale $6 admission, which again becomes 10 on Friday, that all ends on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So don't wait till Thursday or Wednesday night, because the supermarkets will run out, and then you will be paying full price, as soon as fair starts. For a family of four, that's a pretty big savings, $4 off.
It sure is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a huge. Is it only this?
The wristband's even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, $15 more after Thursday.
Yeah, $15
Yeah, that's a
more,
big
and
deal.
it's not good on Saturdays, but it's good all the other days.
Oh, it's not good on
yeah,
Saturdays?
No, the wristbands are not valid on Saturdays. That's the only 2 days it's not valid.
Now,
But if you don't have a wristband, it's you're going to spend some money.
can you also do the $6 and the wristband right now for 20? Can you do that online or go to the fairgrounds or something, or is it only
Yeah,
the markets?
but online. You can buy it online, and the ticket office is open. I think
Well, I
it's
know you can do it at the mall, too. We have a
Yeah, the
kiosk in the
mall
mall.
gets really bombarded.
I
so
saw
there's,
that. I was so
a ticket,
surprised. There was a lot of people online getting their stuff.
Yeah.
So it's real convenient. They're there, So it's even easier, next time you go to Vons or Vallarta or Albertsons, when you're getting your groceries, get your tickets. It doesn't get any easier than that.
Wendy, what are the hours during the week?
During the week, the hours are 4 to midnight, and there's no entry after 11 p.m. And then the weekend, it's 2 to midnight. And then on the last day, on Sunday the 24th, we close at 11. We just close an hour earlier.
Okay.
Okay, and then concerts. I know you've got Leonard Skinner, you've got Sublime, Kool and the Gang, Commodores.
Mm-hmm.
What else you got
Sublime.
going?
Sublime with Rome is on Saturday, and
I love that name.
It's on Sunday,
Sublime.
and then Keith Sweat and the OJ.
Keith
That's on
Sweat, stop
Wednesday.
it.
Yeah.
Stop it, Wendy.
And she's coming. So we've had a lot. It's funny because that's really picking up. A lot of people are starting to come in.
Yeah.
They're like, Keith Sweat, So
That's-
it's a funny reaction.
I grew up with
That's
him.
good. That's what we want.
That's great.
Very cool, very cool.
So any other surprises you got this year?
Well, as far as we've got the mutton busting is back.
Oh,
and then
yes.
we've got that's where the kids, 60 pounds or under, they ride a sheep for 6 seconds. They actually put them on a sheep.
Stop it.
Cindy did a piece on that.
Oh my
It's the
God,
funniest
I
thing.
can't wait to see that. What do the
so
kids get
fun.
on a
It's
sheep?
so fun.
I'll
These
play
kids,
it.
I don't know how they do it, but they clamp on there and hold on, and of course the sheep's trying to, get them off.
kids
the
are
Oh,
love it.
I
Hold
love
out for 2 minutes. I'll show you Cindy's coverage of that. It was the most amazing thing. It was so much
it.
fun.
And what is that called?
Mutton busting.
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 It is so cool because it's like it's little kids and it's like they're bucking bronco.
I love it.
Yeah.
And what's the age?
The dirt is all tilled, so it's very soft.
I
it's
love
all
it.
dirt. And they've got a crash helmet. Oh, they're totally taken care of. But some of those kids just clamp on, and they just hold on.
They do.
I love it. Oh, I've got to get them to do that. Is there an extra fee for that? What's the cost on that
To
one?
participate, there is. I'm not sure what they're charging, but if your child's gonna ride, then you pay to ride that. But
Okay.
everybody just goes along the
Oh,
side
I
and sits
gotta
in
do
the stands, and looks watches, which is fun. Cheering on whichever kid.
That is so cool.
We have the pig races back in the petting zoo, and then there's
Those big old
under the
snakes.
Joanne Pavilion. There's a Science Nest and Pacific Animal Productions. Those are like hands-on science projects, and then they have exotic animals with the Pacific Animal Productions, and there's a reptiles thing
Ooh,
too
good
with
Lord.
Imagination Gallery.
Okay,
Yeah, the mutton
Yeah.
busting. It's hugely popular.
I gotta
it's
go.
great. It's
I gotta
great.
see if my I mean
kids will do it.
my kids are from LA, but their grandmother's from New York. We don't touch anything but a dog.
Well, you can see them at least and go up close. We have
Yeah.
one other big new thing, and that's the KTPI, the Country Corral. So that's it's got its own bar. There's going to be line dancing. They're going to have live
Oh,
music.
cool.
I mean, it's literally like a little Western town. It's so great.
Where's that?
So
Is that going to
a
be?
big draw.
Where's that going to be? Is that going to be like...
That's going to be kind of where the antique engines are on one side of the lawn, and then the dance floor and the whole staging area for the corral is on the other part. So it's right across from, I think it's the swine barn, right there, right near the show arena.
Got it.
Cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, that's going to be fun because they're going to have line dancing, and now they've got tall bar stools, and it's like a little town. They built facades of little buildings, so it's really neat. So that's the brand new thing.
We got to get out there, Steve.
Now, hopefully, what day is Keith Sweat singing? Because maybe he can serenade me on my birthday.
Ooh.
There you go. Do you know how many people have been telling us it's their birthday?
But I'm telling the truth.
Oh, it happens all the time. 8:20 on Wednesday, 8:20.
Okay.
Yeah, so you should come. It'll be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Angie's even blushing a little bit. I'm telling you.
That's the 80s.
Oh, boy.
I love it.
Well, we're giving a lot of tickets away, actually, on Facebook. If you go to Antelope Valley Fair Facebook, and that's why I'm saying the birthday, there were people that were competing. We did a backstage pass thing, too.
Nice.
And the people that were competing, they were all saying, it's my birthday, it's my birthday.
Nice. Yes.
So, yeah, and it was a random drawing. We didn't just, pick it by them doing anything. They just, liked the page. But all through the fair, we're getting ready to do the push and start giving away the wristbands.
Nice.
Why not? You know what I mean? Enter, you could win. You never know.
I've seen some of the postings that you've done on Facebook, Wendy, and I was really amazed because you'll post something, and within 1 minute, there's 65 comments.
Yeah.
Okay?
I know. It's so fun.
Wendy's the one to know right now.
I'm in between things watching it, but yeah, it's and we're getting a lot of good responses. Some people either, if they couldn't afford to go, now they're going. You know what I mean? Because they got tickets.
You can work that out. Yeah. Sublime, Keith Sweat. Are you kidding me? The Commodores.
Angie's got. Yeah. She's checking off her list.
Commodores and Cool in the gang together.
Yeah.
So.
Very cool. Very cool. Every year the fair gets better, Wendy. You're doing a great job.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll tell the gang here because they're working like crazy. We're all nuts right now, you can imagine. But I think we're ready. The tents are up, Ferris wheels up, and then now the concessionaires are going to start coming in from Orange County. So it's exciting. You start seeing everything come in.
Oh, I was driving down the freeway with my wife yesterday, and I saw a ride folded up on the back of a truck. And I just started bouncing in my seat. My wife, settle down, Jeff. Settle down. What's the matter with you? It's a fair.
Well, and you can imagine our Ray Kamek shows is our carnival, so they have to tear down Orange County and travel a day and set up again. I mean, that is incredible how fast they do it. But they're professionals and they do it all the time. So you'll see each day a lot more things. Like came in today, and there they were. All the tents got delivered. So all these striped tents and flags, and looks like a fair is coming to town.
Cool.
It's awesome.
We're excited.
It's awesome. I know you're really busy, but I want to thank you for taking the time to come on the show, Wendy.
Thank you, guys.
I'm
updating you, and I'm glad you're coming. And
absolutely.
I'm updating the site.
Contest so you can win your birthday present.
Yes.
I'm updating the site right now to put a link on there for it, so we can direct people over to it.
It's informative too. They're going to post what today is, blah blah. So you know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Thanks,
Wendy.
Okay. All right. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
All right.
That's cool.
Every year the fair gets better.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. I'm surprised you've never seen that mutton busting.
Oh man, no.
Really?
I have to suppress myself when I'm with my kids with animals. I want to tell them to run. And I have to suppress their natural urge to want to touch it. Well, I take the kids in the petting zoo, and I'm the only person that's standing in the middle of the place, freaked out. And if something touches me, I'm going to lose it.
Give me a couple seconds. I'll show you mutton busting.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, you guys talk. I'll bring it up.
Yeah, it's very cool. They didn't. I was at the fair with you last year, Angelina, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they had it last year, but they had the year before.
No, they just had the petting zoo, and they had that gigantic snake that people were touching, that beige yellow thing.
That was an alligator, wasn't it?
It was a snake.
Albino.
It was a snake. Yeah. And I was like, what are you thinking, people? No flipping way.
One year, it was like 3-4 years ago or something, I was there. I saw a baby pig born.
Yes. That was amazing.
See, I would watch that. That I would watch.
It's the size of a football.
And I'd be like, what is the bacon going to taste like on that?
See, I don't even think that way.
I know, I'm just teasing.
Okay, that's,
what's
the matter?
Well, it probably is very tender.
I don't even think that way.
Okay, second. Hold on. I'm going to move it over. Just keep talking.
Okay, I'm going to keep talking because I want to talk about Tony Stewart because we didn't finish that.
Yeah. So there's a big investigation, apparently.
There is, but here's the thing, okay? Many people are saying there is no way that Tony Stewart will ever face charges.
I understand, because it's the nature of the sport. People get out the cars and they know the risks, right?
And because no one will ever know what was going through Tony's mind.
But people get prosecuted and executed for that all the time. What are you talking about?
In New York, on average, okay, of all vehicular deaths, okay, only 5% are prosecuted as criminal.
Yeah, well, there's a reason for that in New York, though. There's a reason for that in New York. There is no jaywalking in New York. In New York, the rule of thumb is the streets are for the cars and the sidewalk are for the people. You take your behind in the street and you're rolling the dice to your own life. People walk in the streets all the time in New York. That's nothing.
Okay. Well, regardless of Tony's bad boy reputation, regardless of the fact that not a lot of people... That boy was
20 years old, though.
I know, which is, you know what?
That's a shame.
Yeah, a family loses a son. Friends lose a friend.
Yeah.
I mean, he was an up-and-comer, too. Okay. He had a future.
But you would think if he only hit him like 40, I mean, what happened? He must have hit him harder than that.
No.
He had a helmet on, for God's sake. Why did
he had, they have a neck restraint so that their neck, and this goes back to Dale Earnhardt Sr., so that their neck doesn't break in an accident. He had that on, but that only works if you're in the car. Okay?
Yeah.
He flew and just landed on his back, and that was it. They pronounced him dead at the hospital.
He was motionless.
Paramedics were on him within seconds. Okay.
Well, you know what I think is going to be kind of telling is if this guy continues to race.
Well, of course he's gonna.
Yeah.
Okay, now he was scheduled to race. This happened on Saturday. He was scheduled to race on Sunday at NASCAR at Watkins Glen. He didn't.
Right.
Okay?
Well, thank God.
He.
I knew he bowed out, but I was like, yeah.
Some of his sponsors, Mobile One, Bass Pro Shops, and these people will pay just to get their sticker on his uniform and $20 million. Okay. $20 million.
Okay. Well, I'm not racing, but you can still have your sticker.
Bass Pro Shops, put out a press release yesterday saying, they're very sorry and for what happened to Kevin Ward. Sponsors aren't bailing.
I get that, but you're a person.
You are a person.
You know what I mean? Okay. Like, we're breaking down as human beings when we don't let something like this really do what it's supposed to. And it's supposed to rock your core. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I get that this is his job, it's his passion, he loves it, but, it should rock your core. You shouldn't want to continue to do this, Steve.
Now, to continue to race?
Yes.
Now, here's the thing, okay? Tony Stewart is a huge moneymaker, okay?
Okay.
Not just personally, but what he does for the team, what he brings in, what he does for NASCAR. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have the business end that's pushing him, okay, and then whatever he's going through mentally in himself.
I hope his head wins.
We're gonna wait and
we'll have to see, but it's just
what happens this Sunday.
We've got to start trying to pull back our humanity, because we're pushing it back so much that we don't care about anything but ourselves and what we can do to progress ourselves as individuals and stomp on what may. It's turning us into a society that is disgusting.
Now, the flip side is, I have seen Tony Stewart at NASCAR on a track get in an accident and do exactly what Kevin Ward did.
Yeah, because they all do it. I get it.
But I've seen him take off his helmet on the middle of the track and just rifle this guy's car.
Yeah,
okay?
I've seen that. He has a good aim too.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
He did.
Because that helmet's not light.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
How about
every time I watch it, I watch the accident. I'm torn, 50-50. I really am.
I mean, even if you say, okay, it was an accident, okay, but please be a person and let this move you to retire.
He is, after the accident, and I'm talking 3-4 hours after the accident, Tony Stewart's team, they were asked by CNN and ESPN, is he racing tomorrow? And the team said, yes, it is business as usual. It only took a couple of hours for that to change, and then Tony Stewart came out and said, I'm not racing.
Here's the thing. It shouldn't have took 3 hours. They should have looked at him like, are you kidding? Did you see what just happened?
You know what?
That's what I'm saying, that we're suppressing as human beings. We're suppressing our natural inclination to say, this is something terrible, let's not do it. We're suppressing it. We're like, let's calm down. Let's just look around and make sure that nobody's going to freak out because I'm going to do it tomorrow. You know what I mean?
I get that, but again, and I can imagine, you've got this huge money machine that's not Tony, okay, but people behind him, okay, that are collecting huge dollars.
Yeah, I get it.
And they have some damage control. They've got to reach out to sponsors and say, okay, we're going to refund you $1 million for this and this, and they got to work some things out first.
I get it.
Okay?
And so does the family of that young boy.
Right.
Terrible.
Right. The prosecutor, the DA, they're still looking at more videos. They've asked for more videos.
Well, it seems like the rule of the track is different than the rules of the road.
Yes.
So if it's okay for you to get out the car, you know you're taking your life in your own hands by getting out the car. Cars are still passing.
It's not okay. You shouldn't do it.
But they do it.
Taking your
well,
life
then
in
they
your own
should
hands.
start sanctioning these guys big time so they could stop doing that stupid macho crap.
Well, they do. In NASCAR, you do that, and yeah, you get in trouble. Okay.
Well, they should you're not going to race for a year if you get your ass out the car. Do something big, and I bet you they'll stay little asses in the car.
Well, you may see that come in a number of motorsports races.
But I still think it's like, you gonna be the one to shoot that hit him too. You knocked him and you cut around and hit him. That's a little much.
When I initially saw the video, okay, right after it happened, I felt that Tony should have been able to avoid the kid, and it looked like he tried to spook him a little bit, and the kid, Ward, walked into it as much as Tony drove into him. Okay, when I first saw it. Now, I'm not sure. It's because of the angle of how I saw it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it had been positioned differently, it would have been a different.
Well, what's the talk of the town? The people that were there, what do they say?
A lot of people say the kid made a mistake. He should not have walked out on the track.
Oh, absolutely.
And he continued walking down the track. Okay,
pointing.
He shouldn't have done that. Okay.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you're going, it's just a hard deal because dirt track racing, the cars steer more from how much on the gas you are, because those cars are meant to go sideways. Okay, that you'd have to watch it to see.
Yeah.
Okay, so to steer those cars, you need to be on the gas.
Okay.
Okay. Because I would say, at 35 miles an hour, you can kind of avoid everybody.
You would think so.
You would think so.
Yeah.
Except if you don't see him until the last second, and he's walking into your car.
And he's wearing all black.
And he's wearing all, it's just a tough
terrible.
deal.
Okay, what you got, John?
I want something uplifting.
Okay.
My favorite field reporter doing a little break on mutton busting. Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
Hi, this is Cindy Sheldon from AVNewsCast.com, where we just experienced mutton busting. It was amazing. These kids get on these sheep and hold on for 6 seconds, try to. A couple of them got thrown, a couple of them spun, but they looked like they were having such a great time. You have to come to the 2009 Antelope Valley Fair to see this phenomenon. It's got to be seen. Again, this is Cindy Sheldon from AVNewsCast.com, coming to you live from the Antelope Valley Fair 2009.
Wow.
It's real. You know what? And you only saw just a little tiny bit of it, but that's
a big deal.
Cool. Huh?
That's a big deal. You think my kids would do that?
Yeah, because for little kids, it's like they're getting on a giant bull, But it's just this furry thing that you just hold on to the fur, and they give you a helmet and all those pads and stuff. You don't get hurt, and it's just really cute.
Oh my God, I'm gonna try. We'll see if
it's really, really cool. You should definitely.
The only thing that hurts me is that you have to be in the sand. I want to be like right there so I can pick up my baby real fast if he falls.
They're fine. They got pads on and helmet and
just let them do their thing.
Okay. I just want to be right there. I want to look at that sheep. Hey.
Just let the kids do their thing. Okay.
I'm totally going to let them do it. I hope it's not too expensive.
Okay. The other day, the White House came out with some figures, and they said 1 in 5 women, college women, are a victim of sexual assault or rape in college. Okay.
Isn't that a shame?
1 in 5. Lawmakers in California are considering making California the first in the nation that would require universities that receive public funds for student financial assistance to set a standard on defining what consensual sex is.
You think they'd have that already?
They don't.
They have sexual assault and sexual misconduct.
No, they want, for instance, they want a standard. For instance, every state, the FBI determines what constitutes rape, and every state in America follows that definition, okay? The LAPD just 2 days ago, they're getting railed because there is a difference between simple assault and a major assault, okay? LAPD recently released their crime figures, and it shows that maybe they were kinked a little bit because major assaults that should have been classified as major assaults were classified as minor assaults.
I don't believe it. Do you believe that, Jeff?
Yeah, it's
okay.
I'm dumbfounded.
And so universities, because of what's been going on throughout California at these universities with nutcases, universities have not paid a lot of attention, okay, to some of the girls when they would go in and say da-da-da-da-da happened, okay? Oh, that's no big deal. So now people are saying, hey, wait, we need to, one, because universities are being sued at a rate of 1 a minute, okay, which is just terrible. We got to come up with a standard definition, okay? We'll establish it for the entire state. We'll be the first state to do it, and let every state follow it.
Well, one thing that I think that they could do that I can't see any harm in is making it a policy that until you graduate from this college, you're signing a contract saying you're going to be drug and alcohol free. All this frat house drinking, I remember when I was in college. Thank God it's a thing of my past. But they need to shut that down. These kids are, in a lot of cases, this is their first time being out of the guise of their parents, and they have no clue what they're doing.
How do you shut down Gailey and Westwood?
Listen, you do drug and alcohol tests. You do you know when these kids are coming back to class drunk. I knew. You could see it on me.
Okay, I get that. Okay, but
we promote it, and all the movies promote it, and we, you know what I mean. It's spring break. It's like Off the Chain, and all of that stuff. We have to stop it.
That's part of college.
But it shouldn't be. No, Steve. It shouldn't be.
I'm not. No.
Abusing alcohol, especially at that young, impressionable age, should not be the case.
Not all kids do.
Not all kids do, but this is when they get raped. This ain't a bunch of sober people.
Right. I get it.
So shut it out. Okay. Cut it down.
Well,
when you're 21, 22, out of college, then you can go do what you do. But if you're in this university, you're not drinking and driving. Those frat houses, come on. Those kegs, come on. No.
When I was a kid, it wasn't the drug. It was just beer.
Well, it wasn't beer.
It was different, but the world was different. It was horse and buggy. Okay?
It wasn't beer when I was in college.
Yeah, that didn't come around till a little later in Egypt.
What was it, marijuana?
It was lemon drops, and it was vodka shots, and Jello shooters. Yes.
Oh, no, it was none of that. They hadn't invented that yet.
I'm sorry.
We didn't even have ice trays.
Yeah. It still came in the truck?
Yeah.
The big old brick?
Yep.
I'm sorry. We played hard, but the thing is that you can't teach responsibility. You really can't. And some of these kids are so overprotected because the parents are trying to make sure that they get them to college. And they're trusting that once you fly free, you're going to make right choices. And they're not really allowing them to get those kinks out when they're younger, so they can, guide them. A lot of these kids are going ape mad when they get a taste of freedom.
Yeah.
My girlfriend has 2 kids. Her youngest is going to college in a couple days, and her oldest, Tiana, she's going to her 3rd year of college. And I love it because she's like, you calling me every night. You're asking me if you can go somewhere. And, it's just an extension of your house.
It's all structured.
It's an extension of your house. I'm paying for your college, right? So you better call me if you want to go somewhere.
Right.
No, you're not getting a car, even on the 2nd year, when they can get a car. No. For what?
Right, there you go.
Shut it down.
Right, I agree.
You didn't agree a minute ago. It's part of the college life. Get some beer.
No, I agree with what you're saying. You know what? Part of it is the parents and the relationship with the kids, and I agree to have that relationship and to tell, hey, you're not going to be doing this, okay? A lot of parents, you know what?
They can't wait for it. Yeah.
Get out of here,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
I'm writing the check, and call me at Christmas time.
You better stay in there, though. I know you better not bring it behind home. That's what they say.
Your room's becoming a craft room.
Yeah.
You're just done, yeah.
Yeah. I know parents that have sent their kids to college, and I'm talking tens of thousands of dollars.
Yes.
And the kid drops out.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, 50,000 drops
That's
out.
when you didn't put the fear of God in your kid.
Yeah, is that unreal? Yeah,
That's
that's totally unreal.
Who's going to go home to tell your mama that?
Yep. Okay, everybody, don't forget, if you want to save a lot of money this year at the fair, wristbands right now are $20. They're going up to $35 beginning Friday. So you need to get them before Friday, okay?
And have a little fun. Get yourself worked up. We have lots and lots of footage up on YouTube of previous year's fairs and Steve's interviews with some very interesting people. And
Yeah, this girl that swallows a 24-inch knife.
did you ever see that one, Angie?
Sword. And she sticks needles through her. Well,
That's
a whole other deal.
Someone that her mama should have been on her a little harder.
That was my friend. She's redoing her bathroom based on my photos of my bathroom.
That's a whole nother deal. Thanks for listening to the show, everybody. Thanks for making us the #1 news talk radio program in the Antelope Valley and beyond. Have a great day. We'll be back tomorrow.
Chronic Beat. President Harry S. Truman broke the news to the American people. An atomic bomb more powerful than 20,000 tons of TNT exploded high above the Japanese city of Hiroshima. The bomb virtually erased the city and its inhabitants. 3 days later, another A-bomb was dropped on Nagasaki. Within a month, the Japanese surrendered aboard the USS Missouri in Tokyo Bay. The war was over.
Television sets before, started making sets in color, or should we say, living color.
Around it, as far away as 36,000 kilometers, and as close as a few hundred kilometers.